You know, our first guest tonight from 3 high school musicals, 2 neighbors, and 1 sunscreen-slathered Baywatch. His latest is Stephen King's Firestarter. It's in theaters and on Peacock starting Friday. Please welcome Zac Efron. I know. Can I tell you something very sad? The only woman that screams at me when I walk in a room is my Aunt Chippy. Yeah. Every time you get that. Like, how do you think like you'll be 80 and that will still be happening?
I mean, the way things are going. We'll see.
Yeah. I know you've been traveling a lot lately because you have your Netflix travel show that you've been doing.
Right, down to earth.
So the first season you went to a bunch of places. Where'd you go? Like you went to Iceland and
Oh, we went all over the world.
all over the world.
Italy, Spain. We went to we reached everywhere in Europe on that trip. It was
And
fantastic.
then this time you went to Australia and then COVID hit, right?
Yes, that's exactly what. So this time we showed up to Australia. We had a plan on doing sort of a more international show, but COVID was in full swing. So we did the entire season in Australia. And
You did every nook and cranny of Australia.
we found them all.
And did you run into, because in Australia, like almost everything alive there will kill you. You know, they have like, you know, spiders the size of garbage can lids. And did you run into that?
No, I got pretty lucky in Australia. Australia's beautiful. I have not encountered many of the massive spiders, the stuff that's going to eat you alive out there. But
Good.
I did make a quick trip to Papua New Guinea for a couple weeks just to like hang out there. And
Now, where is that in relation to Australia?
it's on the same part of the globe, but it's really far away.
Okay. From
But,
here, yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, you would never be able to swim there.
No, not really. It's hard to even get in the country.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty wild. So I lived with these local tribe. They were from the Sepik River, and they're kind of well known as the Crocodile people of.
Why are they called that?
Because they live in the Sepik River and they worship crocodiles.
They do. They worship the crocodile.
They do. It's their deity, their god, and.
Wow.
And
how do they worship the crocodiles?
well, in a very interesting way. So we went out to this river where they go fishing or I guess hunting or to meet these crocodiles. And they invited me along for the trip. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. I would love to check this out. This is going to be wild. And a huge group of 40 or 50 dudes all got down in this swamp area and laid down and sort of starfished out like this below the water, like just their heads out.
So you're at the point now where you're calling these tribesmen dudes. Like
yeah.
You became that
dudes.
close, right?
We became
all
dudes.
right.
Especially after this experience. So they all kind of like laid out and what I realized after a couple minutes, were feeling around more or less with their hands for crocodiles. And every time one would swim by and touch one of their hands or feet or anything like that, they would like whistle or yell in order to cue the one next to them to whistle or yell or like, hey, he's coming your direction. And eventually, these guys all just laid down in the river and they caught a crocodile. It was wild.
What?
They like jumped on it, wrapped it up, pulled the thing in.
They caught God?
Yes. They did. They did.
And then what do they do once they catch the crocodile?
After they caught him, we ate him. We ate him.
They catch God and eat him?
Yeah, we ate that one.
Well, that's a hell of a worship there, isn't it?
It is. I don't know if they were worshiping this particular crocodile.
How did they cook the crocodile?
3 different ways, or 4 different ways.
4 different ways?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think they fried it. There was a couple other delicious preparations.
Which way did you like it best?
I think fried always
Fried
wins.
is
yeah,
the
with
winner.
crocodile. It was
had
a
fried-
pretty unique experience, just kind of sitting out and picking which version you wanted to try.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching. You've got like the whole families and everyone around. It was wild.
At any point were you sitting there thinking, boy, I'd like to go home?
It was. Actually, not. I was digging it. I
it.
can't say that on TV.
Did they know your work at all there? Like any of those guys seen High School Musical over there?
I think by the end of that trip, I kind of realized, like, I was out there camping. I didn't have a cell phone. Like, we were off the grid.
Oh.
I mean, in Papua New Guinea, there's no technology. We were sleeping in one of the just little huts that they sort of had for us, and that was me and like a lot of buddies. So we were all kind of like, we were roughing it for sure.
Right.
And by the end of the trip, which was 2 weeks out in Papua New Guinea, we were toughing it. It was actually pretty funny. A couple of the guys came up to me with cell phones. These are the tribesmen guys, came up with cell phones, and we FaceTimed their cousins and their wives and people that were living in other places all over the world. They knew who I was the whole time.
What, really?
And didn't say anything about it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And then I realized, I was like, wow, okay, I've made it everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, you really have. Zac Efron is here. He's made it everywhere. He's in the new series Firestarter, a movie rather, on Peacock starting Friday. We'll be right back.
Let her go. Do you feel that? Let her go or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Where's Mommy?
She has no aim without sight if she's like the rest of us.
Where's my wife?
Where's Mommy?
That is Zac Efron in Firestarter. It is in theaters and on Peacock starting Friday. Is that blood coming out of your eyes?
That's blood. Yeah.
That's blood. Wow. Yeah. That's a Stephen King novel.
Yep. Yeah.
And
It's
what
an
was-
adaptation from the original Stephen King, I guess, book, but then it's been made into a movie. Drew Barrymore was in it.
Right. She played the little girl in that movie. Yeah.
It's the brand new retelling of it.
And you're playing a dad in this movie, which is kind of weird, right?
Yeah. It was. I wasn't really thinking about it all that much, and then it got there, and a lot of people started pointing it out rather quickly.
Yeah. Oh, they did. Yeah. Right. Yeah, because it's probably to you. It's like, yeah, okay, well, of course, yeah, I'm of the age where I could have a child, and but other people are like, what? That's my Zac. He's not a dad.
Yeah, actually, that's I guess that's.
I thought this through. Yeah, I really did.
But I mean, for me, it was I just kind of got to hang out. Acting is like doing a bunch of things you never thought you were gonna do. So
Right,
playing a
that's
dad
true.
just kind of falls in line with acting. I don't know. You're gonna do it at some point.
1 minute you're singing and dancing, the next minute you're eating a crocodile
Yeah, exactly.
with a bunch of dudes, you know?
And you see, you never know.
You went to that UFC fight in Vegas. When was that fight?
Oh man, yeah, I had a great UFC fight. I didn't have one. I went to the UFC fight.
You didn't get in there and mix it up?
No, I saw Cheeto win. Let's see, it was 2 weeks ago? Something
Okay.
like that? Yeah.
So you brought a couple pictures, which I think are pretty funny. I wanted to share this. So this is, so there you are. Now, this is the ID badge you have to have on if you want to get, like, in the back, right?
Yeah,
So
that
let's
lets
get
you
a little bit,
bypass
let's
security.
zoom in a little on the ID badge. Well, it really... Was the security guard 14 or something? How did this happen?
I have no idea why you picked that photo. I'm not sure.
Did you think, well, maybe I won't wear this, or did you go right ahead and that was okay?
To my knowledge, one of my good friends is the commissioner of the league. His name's Stephen Kluback.
Okay.
So
Did he do this to me?
I'm pretty sure he did that entirely to me. And it definitely got a couple good laughs out the front. And it was really funny because I just put it on. I was like really excited to just get in there. And it started showing it around. Everyone's going, bro. I'm like, what's wrong? Is this not a legit photo? It says Teen Choice Awards in the back.
Well done, Stephen. I don't know Stephen, but he sounds like he's got his stuff together there.
Yeah,
well, it's great to see you, and congratulations. It's very interesting. Firestarter is in theaters and on Peacock simultaneously on Friday. In fact, you could, if you wanted to, you could bring your phone into the theater and watch it on both.
What a world.
Zac Efron, everybody. Thank you, Zac. We'll be back with Alfonso Ribeiro. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.